We just got not just one, but a few little tidbits of info for The Witcher 4 that actually puts a huge spotlight on the studio. Some news that I didn't expect to raise skepticism, but also raise some positivity at the same time. CD Projekt Red is bouncing off of what I think is one of the better comeback stories in gaming history, along with providing some of the best care to their customers when it comes to Cyberpunk. So the studio is bouncing off of one of their best games and arguably their most successful game, right into following up The Witcher 3, which has set a gold standard for many open world RPGs for quest giving, storytelling, combat. The game is a staple. The spotlight was already shining pretty hard on it, especially considering the protag swap to Ciri, but it seems like we're getting not only a lot more of Ciri's story, but we're going to be getting it a lot sooner than we expected. CD Projekt Red is looking to complete Ciri's trilogy within 6 years after launching The Witcher 4. As we stated before, our plan is to launch the whole trilogy within a 6-year period. So yes, that would mean we have a shorter development time between The Witcher 4 and The Witcher 5, between The Witcher 5 and The Witcher 6, and so on. And it raises a lot of questions and concerns, and there actually is some good news and some silver lining to this. When I say Unreal Engine 5, a lot of people kind of like shell up, they cringe, they kind of push away the idea of it. In most recent memory, Unreal Engine 5 has had some issues. Despite the games being good, games like Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, Snake Eater, and Oblivion, they were all solid titles, but they were held back in some ways like optimization, and a lot of people point fingers at Unreal Engine 5 being the culprit, which is kind of fair. I mean, using any type of method to trace back what the common denominator is, it rolls back to Unreal Engine 5. Tim Sweeney himself even spoke on the optimization issues of Unreal Engine 5 and basically stating it's not the engine, it's the operator, and there's many ways that you can make Unreal Engine 5 not have janky problems, which we've seen. While it was easy to riff off 3 games from the top of my head that had optimization issues, take a look at Expedition 33. It is a Game of the Year frontrunner by a landslide. Last year, we also had Black Myth Wukong, which is a beloved game, won many awards, and even got nominated for Game of the Year. And if that's not enough hope, I don't know if you guys have seen this tech demo for The Witcher 4 using Unreal Engine 5, showcasing all of its abilities, optimization, and it looked good. What we're seeing right now is an early glimpse of the foundation that Ciri's trilogy is going to be based on. It looks very polished, it's hitting 60 frames per second, and it's on a PlayStation 5. They're not using the most recent technology to bump up their performance. They're using what most people have, and considering that this is going to be a 6-year plan for The Witcher, all 3 of these games are likely going to land on next-gen consoles. And this is the base of the game. This is where they're getting things started. Unreal Engine 5, despite the negative tropes you've heard about it, is very easy for developers to work on. Now, while I'm hearing that less than 500 developers are expected to have a biannual cadence of creating the trilogy for Ciri, I do start to get worried about churning and burning when it comes to development in games. Just because Unreal Engine 5 is an accessible platform that many developers have background knowledge on and they can work around easily, it's not an in-house development engine, so it's not going to be a niche thing to work on. It doesn't mean that they can just like put them on an assembly line and expect the game to sell because it has Ciri's face on it and a CD Projekt Red logo on it. I trust CD Projekt Red, and I think a lot of us have PTSD from hearing companies like Ubisoft stating that they're going to create 9 Assassin's Creed games in the next 6 years, which I'm sure some of them are remakes like Black Flag and other of them are mobile or VR games. But the promise of a bunch of popular franchised games doesn't sit well with me or many other gamers. It's hardly a flex to the consumer at this point, at least not an educated one that knows that that's not something that you should be like clapping for. But the good news, the promising light, the thing that's actually keeping me pulled in is that not only is CD Projekt Red an absolute masterful powerhouse of a development studio, but they're hiring the right people. They did just hire Kingdom Come Deliverance 2's quest designer, Game of the Year nominee, one of the most unique RPGs. The only game that you can really play that's similar to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, honestly, is really just Kingdom Come Deliverance. And then they also recruited Baldur's Gate 3's cinematic artist, which, when you put the bear scene aside, I think we're very likely in for a treat, and maybe they're just speaking a little over ambitiously. You know, until I'm proven wrong, I'd like to think the best for the studio. Let me know you guys' thoughts on this. Are they just being over ambitious? Do you smell delays in the future? Do you think that they're just going to continue to give us quality despite the fact that the cadence is literally biannual for a trilogy? Definitely some unexpected news. Let me know inside the comments. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you like my comment replies, news, and gaming tips. I'm always making something new for you guys, and it's not always the same game, but I promise you, I am always uploading something new. Have a great day, guys. Peace.